Welcome to ASoulfulSpace. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Shy.
And today we'll be talking about the effects of your childhood in relationships.
And our first questions are: how has your childhood affected your view on relationships? Do you think your parents' relationships affected how you move or how you are in relationships today? And what's something in relationships that you'll do much differently than how your parents did while you were a child?
Are we ready to get into the soul?
Let's get into it.
All right.
So I guess to start, how would you say overall your childhood was?
My childhood. My childhood was, I'll give it like a C minus.
Oh, it's really low.
It was like good, but also bad.
But C minus though, that means there was like a lot of bad.
Well, back from when we were talking about mental health, I did mention that I wanted to end it all as a kid. But yeah, so like there was some good, like I had fun, back in our time when we were children, we got to explore more and not be iPad kids and stuff like that. And had fun TV shows and games to play and stuff. So there was things like that, but like, I was bullied as a kid. I used to get spankings, stuff like that.
I mean, if anyone watching this didn't get an ass whooping at least once or twice in their life, you're too young. Go somewhere else.
Yeah. I do feel like as I get older though, like when I become a parent, I don't necessarily think I would spank my kids.
I wouldn't.
I don't want to slap them around or anything because like yeah, it gives structure, but I feel like even though I was getting spankings and stuff, I still did bad things.
Yeah, it doesn't change the bad behavior. It's just more of a deterrent of don't get caught, and if I do, then I know I'm getting my butt whooped. It didn't stop me either.
So I don't feel like it's very beneficial. I feel like gentle parenting is good, but I would say maybe I'll yell at my kid if they're like acting real nuts. Like that's the discipline. But otherwise, I don't think I want to hit my children.
Yeah, I'll probably pinch them up. Give them a good pinch when they want to piss me off.
Oh, that's crazy.
A pinch kind of hurts worse than a butt whooping, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But they do leave bruises. So, I don't know. I do think like sometimes your kid has to realize like if they colossally fuck up, there has to be a consequence to those types of behaviors. Like, don't go to school and take your shit out of the toilet and smear it all over the fucking wall.
That's crazy.
You're gonna get an ass whooping if you do shit like that.
Okay, that yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like bad, but like if they're just like misbehaving in public, if you pinch them, they're gonna cry more. So
yeah, I feel like that's where I know that's like I guess kind of a controversial thing when it comes to kids. Like how you're in the store and then there's a kid crying or there's a kid screaming around and like the parent doesn't do anything. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and let my kid. I know some people be like, "Nah, I'm just gonna let them cry." And I'm gonna tell them to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And hey, if you're what's that person? What is that called?
What? If you're
oh my god, I can't think of the word.
Not a gentle parent.
No. Like if you're like, say someone's there and they witness it. Like I don't want to say
bystander.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're a bystander and you don't like the fact that I'm telling my kid to shut the fuck up, mind your business.
Yeah, I do think in this modern day and age, especially working for like a police department, there's so many like nosy people who love calling the police over how someone might be parenting or not parenting their kids. So yeah, I don't like that. Like one time this lady called because 2 kids were riding their bikes and there wasn't an adult with them.
Okay.
That's the day and age that we live in. But back when we were that age, you ride your bike by yourself with your sibling or your friend. No one's going to call the police because there's a kid riding their bike without a parent. But
I feel like, okay, like in terms of safety, yeah, but like if we're just generally having fun.
Yeah, correct. So I definitely disagree with that. And I do think the gentle parenting is more modern.
Hmm.
I think these kids today are sheltered, they're coddled, they're catered to, and that's not how I was raised. So I don't think I'll be raising my kids like that.
Yeah. Like, I know, like, a lot of people talk about kids being spoiled and stuff like that. Like, generally, I was pretty spoiled, but I feel like some people don't, like, people talk shit about people that are spoiled and get everything handed to them. But those same people are the same people saying, "Oh, I want to have generational wealth and take care of my kids."
It's like they project what they feel they did not have onto you.
Hmm.
It's like, I'm sorry, we don't pick our parents. And if our parents provided for us or spoiled us, then that's our business.
Yeah, and you can't really be mad at that, especially if you're someone that's screaming, "Oh, I want to have generational wealth and take care of all my kids' needs and build my kids like their credit score and blah blah blah." I feel like I want to be that's my goal is I don't want my children to struggle like at all. Like I want me and their father to be able to create the atmosphere like my parents, yeah, they went through this, but they were able to be successful and now I can be taken care of. I don't have to struggle into getting to school. It's paid for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about student loans. Now, will I necessarily say that I want to gift them a car? I know that's like the American dream type of thing. I don't know if I would want to gift them a car,
Yeah, I think they
but
need to know the value of like working towards something they might want that is more expensive. You know what I
mhm.
mean? Like, you can provide for your kids or spoil them, but like if they're asking you for a new pair of Jordans every week, you got to be like, nope. Then you're gonna have to do X, Y, and Z, or go get yourself a job.
Mhm. Yeah, and I feel like I seen a clip like that of Ben Affleck.
Flack.
That's that guy's name, right? The guy that played Batman.
Did he play Batman?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know celebrities like real names for real.
I think that's his name. Correct me if I'm wrong, audience, but I think that's his name. But basically, like he's rich, so he bought his kid whatever, and then I guess his kid asked him for like a pair of shoes, actually, or something like
Ooh.
that, and he was like, you better no, you better work for it or something like, yeah, I've been providing all these other things for you, but some things you have to provide yourself. So I
But
kind of
like for that notion, like if you're rich and you're getting your kids all these things and expensive things, I do think it's weird. Or if like I was a kid in that situation, the switch up. It's like you've been buying me everything I wanted, and now all of a sudden it's a no. I would be as a kid thinking, what's going on with your money that you're making me go make my own money?
as
You know
a
what I mean?
rich
As
person,
a rich person. To then tell your like your son no for a pair of shoes, would it, let's say you've bought every pair of shoes up until this specific pair, just like
yeah, that's why I generally don't want to be like famous or a celebrity. Like
mm-hmm.
I just want to be wealthy and have money to be able to just relax, like be able to take any trips I want without having to be like, oh, well, I have to save all this up to do it. Like, no, I have the money. I could take this trip and then I could come right back home.
Yeah,
And, like, stuff like that. Like, that's how I want to be. And then still have the knowledge again to, like, provide to my kid. Like, oh, you don't want to live with us anymore? You want your own house? Well, here's the steps that you could take.
mm-hmm.
You want your own car? Here's the steps that you could take. Like, things like that. That's what
Yeah,
I
I think
provide.
definitely like giving your kids the opportunity, because both of my parents left their homes when they were teenagers, like 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
My mom moved to America when she was 17. But now it's like, I know a lot of people who still live at their parents' house. I mean, I live in my parents' house.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that either, though. I feel like it's more beneficial for people that can live with their parents because then well, some people,
Mm-hmm.
but some people do have the opportunity to be like, hey, I could have a savings account and you could save up and then use your money as needed or like
Mm-hmm.
book a trip and then you know that you could come right back home and not have like some people they don't have to pay rent. So I don't know if
Yeah,
you're that type of person that
I
you're
don't pay rent.
okay.
Do not pay
So I
rent.
feel like but things like that also I feel like it sucks for some people because now their parents are asking them to like, hey, I need your help with paying for
Mm-hmm.
the mortgage and stuff like that. I feel like if you work so hard to get your house, you
Correct.
should not have your kid
Paying.
paying for anything.
And I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like I know people who still live at their parents' house, and the second they turned 18, the parents like, now you got to pay me to live here.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that to my kids. My parents would never do that to me or my siblings. So it's just like that notion to me is like, I feel like it's very ghetto.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I would say, like, in terms of, like, oh, you want to buy your own groceries, like, things like that, I feel like is beneficial.
Yeah,
Like,
because then you're buying what you like.
yeah, you cook when you want, or your mom and your dad cook, or whatever. I feel like, yeah, that's a good thing, too, because, like, now it's not putting more weight on their shoulders. Like, you could, again, teach them how to get their own home or whatever, but I feel like it's not their obligation or requirement to be having them pay for something that you work so hard for.
Been paying for
Yeah.
too on top of that.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree. So back to like childhood.
Mhm.
I do think like when you're 18, like you're still a kid. Like I think back to 7 years ago when I was 18, and I feel like I was very much like so like mentally like undeveloped compared to where I am now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 26 and I still feel like I'm a teenager. Like,
I feel like while I was smart at 18, I feel like I'm like a lifetime smarter now than I was back then, just with navigating relationships, understanding myself. Like, you know, I feel like I had a good childhood. Like, I don't think I was deprived of anything, like, needs wise. Like, I had roof, food. I got to go on my school trips, do sports in high school. You know what I mean? I got to hang out with my friends on the weekends or have sleepovers with them. So, like, I can't, I would rate mine like an A.
I mean,
Or maybe like a B plus.
yeah. I would just say it was more so like with mine growing up, like around that time, I really didn't have my dad around.
Mm-hmm.
I have well, you have basically the same dynamic, but it was not a two-parent household, so you know, at a point, it's just like I'm going back and forth
That
and stuff
was
like that.
that sucked for me.
Yeah.
That was terrible. 0 out of 10 would never ever, and if all my power, would never put my kids through that.
Yeah. So there's that dynamic, and then it's like not having one parent and you have the other parent, and then just experiencing different things.
Being in the middle of their drama, their shit talking about each other, like them acting like immature little kids when they're both the grown ass, parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you have a step parent. I had step parents, so you're getting the dynamic of them, and then here comes your siblings and stuff like that. Although I love my brothers, but it's just like I just felt like at a point too, like when my dad had my youngest brother, like I felt like he was getting more of the attention, and like
Mm-hmm.
his mom was getting more of the attention, and then it was just like there's just me. So there was that, and then getting bullied, like I said, from people, and
Your whole like schooling experience, or
I would say from like daycare to like
so 3? Was daycare 3?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never went to daycare, so not that I remember.
yeah. I would say maybe I was a little bit older. No, I'm lying. I think it was kindergarten.
So like 5.
Probably, yeah, like from like 5 to like, I mean, 5 to like maybe freshman year of high school.
Damn,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to school with the same kids, or did you go like to a different school?
Well, I mean, when it comes to middle school,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of different because some people go to the same high school, some people don't.
Yeah.
But from my bullies, not that I recall.
So you switched schools, or you didn't?
Well, I still stayed in the schools that I was getting bullied in until I graduated from each one.
Oh, so it's
But
just.
I don't remember my bullies per se being in the same school as me,
Oh,
aside from like high school.
okay. So you were bullied in middle school, but they didn't go to the same school as you.
Mm-mm.
So you were bullied online, or?
I was bullied online. I was bullied in person.
But where at if not at school?
What do you mean?
Where were you bullied at?
In school, online.
Oh, but you said they didn't go to the same school as you.
I'm saying like the same bullies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like when we transitioned, like from elementary school and
Yeah.
kindergarten and then transition to like
First
grade and stuff like that, like they weren't all. It wasn't always the same person. It was always
okay.
like different people.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
you. So some of them might have went to the same school as you, some of them didn't, and then
Yeah.
there's just new ones along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. So were you an easy target or what?
I
Like, what
guess
did they bully
so.
you for?
Being bigger than other girls, my skin tone,
Damn.
the way that I talked and stuff.
Yeah, middle school was savage for the bullying. I did not get bullied in middle school, but like one of my good friends, she was dark skinned. Used to call her like Sister Midnight, and like
Damn.
they really like. I think that really affected her like to this day about her complexion, and I really hated that. Like I used to get pissed off when they would call her names and be like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really only got bullied from like third grade to fifth grade because I had jiggle under my arms and a big butt. Stupid.
Yeah, it was little things like that too, or like certain things I would wear as if other people weren't wearing the same things and stuff like that. It's just like, bro. And then those same people either we're not friends anymore or they try to be my friend. I'm just like,
Yeah.
fuck you. But now, in my grown age of 26, it was just because they were haters.
Yeah.
To be honest.
All the boys who bullied me for having a big butt in fifth grade all have slid in my DM at some point in the future trying to holler at me. It's just like, boy, bye.
Same people saying, oh, you're not even that cute. Still trying to talk, so whatever. Whatever you say. But, yeah, I mean, I ended up becoming a bully at a point, but I didn't really like it.
I bullied my friends for fun. They were easy targets.
So fucked up. That's fucked up.
And especially in elementary school when I was getting bullied by the boys. So, yeah, how am I gonna handle this? I'm gonna go bully my friends.
You should just bully them back.
The boys?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the worst part is they were all pretty cute back in the day. Like all 5 of them. They were all friends and they were all very good looking for 5th graders. And then I switched schools, so it's like I got to reinvent myself in 6th grade. And I didn't have those problems. Like boys actually liked my physique at that school. It was in Hartford, and I was just not, I don't know, I was like neutral. People didn't bully me, they didn't bother me. I decided not to bully anyone, obviously. So I was like, yeah, I didn't have that issue at my new school. Praise the Lord.
Came to a point where some people had to get beat up.
Oh wait, you fought before?
Yeah, I only fought 3 times in my life though.
Only 3 times?
Yeah.
And what grades?
8th grade.
Damn.
And 2 times in freshman year.
Damn. Did you win?
Yeah, I did. The fuck?
The fuck?
Yeah, I gave 2 girls a black eye. One of their eyes was bleeding.
Dang.
And then the other one was like a big ass brawl. But like, I was beating that bitch's ass. My friends were holding her back. That's how bad it was.
Dang.
Trying to stop me. Yes.
Dang.
But now I look at those girls and I don't really give a fuck about none of that.
The past is the past. Yeah. We don't condone violence in schools, guys.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Don't be fighting in schools.
Yeah, no.
I feel like when I was a sub, I mean, kids fought, but it's not the same. Like,
yeah,
they still talk like about stuff that we would talk about, but it's not like.
I feel like it lacks substance because they're so online now. Like I was a sub too, and it's just like the stuff they talk about is just like.
I care about cooking with Kaya.
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Cooking with Kaya, like okay.
Now Kaya don't got no friends. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, literally. So yeah, I don't know. I think bullying people in elementary school for me was definitely like a sport, along with stealing, because they'd never expect me. Yeah, from
you
people.
Stole their lunch and shit.
They're like little locker magnets or pencils, and you just never expect it was me.
Mm-hmm.
It was more so, I guess, so I could prove that I could do it and get away with it, because everyone who did used to steal and whatnot always got caught. And it's just like, you got to be slicker than that, buddy.
Yeah.
Just my harmless kid stuff. I don't know why. The only thing for me when I was younger is that it was for fun. I would say my home life at the time was fine though, like because I was younger. My parents. I mean, my mom was talking smack about the divorce about when I was in second grade. So yeah, maybe I was doing it for fun because it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I know they say like sometimes it happens because of the home life, but I wouldn't really say my home life really affected it in school. I would say it was more so the people in school.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, because I remember one time I got a whooping, which was unjustified, really. All because I was like was I the line leader? Either I was the line leader or, yeah, I was. I was the line leader. And, when we're watching TV shows like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, you want to practice the karate moves.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing that, like practicing in front of someone, and then she's gonna lie and say that I hit her. Yeah, it became a whole thing. They sent a note home. This girl told on me so bad that we went to the principal's office, and basically I got in trouble, and them saying like, "Oh, don't do that," and blah blah blah, when I didn't even touch the girl.
That's wild.
And I got a spanking because of the letter they wrote home.
That's wild. That's crazy. That's next level gaslighting 101 right there. It's like you're telling your parents and all these adults, I didn't do something, and then boom, you're getting ass whooped for something you actually didn't do.
Literally crying and pleading, saying that I didn't even touch her.
Yeah, that
I
really
wish
sucks.
I did.
That really sucks.
I wish I did at that point.
That's traumatic.
Honestly, I don't even remember who that girl is, but hope your life is good, I guess. But yeah.
One time I got pinched up real good because my mom found out that I was bullying one of my friends, and her mom called my mom. I was pissed. I was like I was so mad, especially because I got all pinched up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, we're not friends anymore. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, I was like, we don't need to be friends at all because now I can't bully you.
Just being her friend because you want to bully her? That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, elementary school. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I feel like let's see, when I was younger, I think my childhood shaped how I want my relationship to be now as an adult, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom and my dad worked. So it was a very traditional household, until they got divorced, of course. He did all the yard work, and then she would cook dinner and do our hair and laundry, and my dad took out the garbage. Yeah. So for me now as an adult, those are the types of things that I want in my relationship. I'm sorry, unless my man is sick, I would never mow the lawn. I'm not doing it. I have allergies, so yes, I do think how my parents' relationship was growing up, I learned a lot about what I want and what I don't want, because I think they did not have a lot of conversations that they should have had prior to having us.
I feel like, yeah, my childhood shaped how I wanted to be, but I didn't experience none of that. My parents, they were divorced really young when I was, they were divorced when I was really young.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I mean, my mom had houses and stuff like that, but the dynamics with my dad and her, and my brother's dad and her and stuff like that, it shaped me to want a 2-parent household, to have a traditional man and I be a traditional wife and blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. And watching romance movies and TV shows and stuff like that kind of influenced it. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, the relationships were toxic and stuff like that.
Theirs were? Your parents were?
Yeah.
With each other or with their new partners?
With each other and with their new partners, too.
Got you.
And I witnessed a lot of things when I was younger and stuff like that. So I just want what the movies and the shows portray. I don't want I don't want to be having to send my kid every 2 weeks or every week, every weekend over
Back and
to their
forth.
dad's. Yeah, no. And I don't want to be having my child seeing us arguing and getting beat on. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want none of that.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think my parents' divorce also inspired me. Like, it inspired me initially to not want to get married. And also like going to school here in Connecticut, very liberal. It's like they push that agenda, like in strong, independent women, be a feminist, you can do everything a man can do, blah blah blah. So like for the longest time, I didn't want kids, I didn't want to get married. Boy, what getting out of school will do to you. Because, obviously my parents were divorced. I'm like, oh, well, nope. And then, slowly but surely you start to heal. You start to branch out of like the usual stuff you're around, i.e., the indoctrination process and these, school systems. And then, boom, you start to think differently than the mainstream. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, my mom was very fortunate to be a stay at home mom and us have this house and this household ran on one income. And a lot of people are anti that now, even women who might have a lot of kids, because it's just like, oh well, it's controlling the money and it's controlling you and you're like trapped in that. It's like, yeah, but modern day has you thinking that way. I If God blessed me with a man who made money, who could support the household and family we could create, I don't care for money. All I need is some gardening seeds and food in the kitchen so I can cook, juice, and do yard work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gardening, yard work. Um, what more could I possibly want? Obviously, our kids need clothes and whatnot, but it's just like, let him control the money. Like, I feel like I have everything I need that I've bought before him. So it's like, what am I going to be spending money for? You know what I mean? Maybe on my hair. Like,
Would you take an allowance?
if my man was good with our finances, because some households the man makes the money but the woman does the finances.
Mm-hmm.
So if my man was like, I have $200 to give you every week, do with it as you so please, hell yeah, why not?
I think I would take an allowance too. But for me personally, I would love that dynamic of like, letting my man provide and I'd be a
Mm-hmm.
stay at home mom. But since I'm a business owner,
Yeah.
I think I would still want to be running my business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have the aspect of working, but I still want to be able to run my business, even if it's like in the basement.
Yeah.
If he don't want the man cave, I could set up a photography studio or like a shed
Mm-hmm.
and like use the shed for my business, so I can still have like extra money. And like, even though he's taking care of everything, like if it's a finance dynamic where I'm running all that, I mean, I feel like it also will help to still put some money in from what I'm doing,
Yeah.
even if it's like a certain percentage or stuff like that, just to help boost things and keep things stable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, everybody wants a man that just takes care of all the bills and
Yeah.
everything. I feel like that's great, but we could still help them in other ways or other
Heck yeah.
aspects.
Yeah, and that's how I feel like with my Etsy, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so I can grow and do and make all Yanni steams or, tinctures and sell them online for a decent price. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would definitely love to contribute if it was something that I could just be free to do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or that I like to do for fun. Like, I'm making our kids help us too. So, it's a community Etsy.
Teach them first, then they could sell,
Yeah.
branch out from their schools and stuff. Like, yeah, I want to do stuff like that because I don't want all the weight on his shoulders either. Because
Yeah.
they're already doing a lot, but I just don't want to work.
Yeah, I don't really want to work. And that's the common theme I'm finding with every female woman, whatever, girl that I talk to in this day and age. Like, I'm talking people our age, I'm talking people younger than me, I'm talking people older than me. no woman I know who works full time like me and you wants to be working. I don't.
And fuck that lady that was standing up for us to work. Cause
Correct.
what the
Correct.
fuck?
I'm so pro bring it back to before the 1970s. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we should not be. I also feel bad because at the same time, it's like, damn, like men are really working hard as fuck,
They
and
do.
they shouldn't work either. Like they should have they we should all just be creatively doing whatever and having our skills. But
I feel like men like working though, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
when I hear a man speak to not like working, that kind of turns me off. Because to me, it's a lack of ambition or a lack of
mm,
not necessarily motivation, but of like direction and how he sees his life progressing.
yeah,
I'm not saying like he has to like his current job, but when I hear him speak on him not wanting to work like how us women do or whatever, I don't like that notion because it's like you're the man, you're supposed to lead. If you have kids, how are you gonna provide for them if you are not making money? So that's
yeah,
what I think about when I hear a guy say he doesn't like to work. I'm like, oop, you're not the man for me.
yeah. I don't want. I just don't want him to feel like he has to be confined to like a 40 to 60 hour job or
Yeah,
whatever.
and
Like,
I think that's where as women we have to come in, based off our childhood and how we want to show up in the relationships now is like and take care of our man when he's not at work.
mm-hmm.
That's the traditional in me talking.
Yeah, I also feel like with that, in terms of childhood, like, they taught, well, specifically me, it's like, and I've seen the video on this recently, like, women are so pushed on to be like this, that, and this, and men are pushed on to be like this, but they're also like more kind of like coddled and stuff like that, while we have to be like the headstrong person and stuff like that. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really benefit women because that's why they are hyper independent. They
Yeah.
are independent. There's some women that aren't, good for you, but there's women like me that are hyper independent and being shown like I need to take care of myself and like basically watching my back because I don't really know who to trust or I can't really trust people or I don't like asking people for help and stuff like that. And then that's where I have to kind of do the work and kind of
Mm-hmm.
step back from being independent and allow
Yeah.
someone to lead me or
Help you.
yeah, or give me their knowledge. I don't want to say opinion, but
Knowledge.
their knowledge and wisdom in life because uh you know it's always pushed on girls like you can't be this way, you can't do this, you can't do that, where guys are just being told like you have to be strong and that's about it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like growing up, like I mean, yeah, my mom would always have me and my sister doing like the bathroom cleaning and the laundry sorting and folding. It's like my little brother, he didn't have to do those things. My dad would harp on us for how we held our forks and our knives because he was in the military. He wanted our beds made. But because of divorce and my brother was younger, those values were not necessarily instilled onto him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very different when it comes to like discipline and how we show up. Also, he's 5 years younger than me. So, you know, generationally, there's a difference there too. It's just weird because these kids now are just, they don't know how to do stuff or their parents aren't teaching them stuff that you would want to know how to do in a sustainable relationship. If you're a girl, a young girl, I mean, I guess I know a couple people my age who don't know how to cook, but it's like that's something you need to do for yourself. Like, how are, how are you 20, 25, and you don't know how to cook eggs or make rice? Like,
Yeah, and like being someone, so I don't live with my parents or parent anymore. um I moved out when I was 18, saved up the money, did my thing, but I got my own space. Nobody's cooking for me besides me. I'm not telling my mom to come to my house and cook for me or my stepfather. Like, I had
mm-hmm.
to learn. So I feel like,
Wait, so you didn't know how to cook before that though?
I mean, kinda. I knew how to make eggs. I knew how to make rice and stuff
Okay,
like
good,
that.
good, good.
But, like, also, I think I mentioned this in previous episodes. Like, I'm the type of person, especially being in my own apartment and did have previous partners, I've learned how to make different things,
Mm.
and that's like a part of my love language, like cooking for people. Like at first, I just knew how to make basic things, chicken alfredo, blah blah
Okay.
blah, But then I got into making lobster tail and try experimenting. So I feel like you have to have that. You have to have that attribute.
Mm-hmm.
But so my stepdad, he cooks for my mom and my brother,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is cool. Like I feel
Yeah.
like things sometimes I feel like things to relieve women's stress too that a man could pick up.
Is nice.
Yeah. Like obviously the basic thing that we have them do is take out the trash, mow the
Yeah.
lawn, blah blah blah. But I would love my man to cook for me.
Yeah. I also love my man to cook for me. Don't get me wrong. But like, I'm just saying, like, how many girls I know who, well, for example, I know a lot of girls my age, or I've heard stories about girls my age moving out, having their own place, let's say having these good jobs, let's say they're nurses or they're getting paid, 80K plus a year, have their own place, taking care of themselves, and they have their bum ass boyfriend living with them, taking care of him. And I'm like, girl, like, you are living in your masculine. Like, one girl I used to go to school with works what's the cancer division? Oncology?
Nobody.
Works as I'm gonna go with oncology nurse. I think that's cancer, maybe. Um, and had like her man living with her, and I've heard this like so many times. It's just like he's not in school. He doesn't have a good job. You're probably paying for all of his living expenses. It's just like I hate that for people our age because it's like in my head and wondering what's going on in their head for them to accept that from the dude that they're with. Like, what?
Yeah, I was one of those girls. Unfortunately.
But you're not anymore. I'm talking about girls who are still doing it, and it's just like,
Yeah, I feel like ladies.
if you can get out of it, get out of it.
Yeah, please.
Because I feel like it sets the wrong tone for the future of the relationship. Because if that's how it is, let's say a year ago and now moving forward, right? How is this man ever? I feel like he's not with you forever. You know what I mean? Like you're making him better in his life. You're helping him. You're paying for a place for him to live, or let's say him staying with you 5 nights a week or something. But then it's like there's no ring on your finger, and that's what blows my mind because my brother was doing it too. I'm just like, what? People moving in together, but they're not together. I'm like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've only had 2 men live with me.
Like live with you?
Yeah, live. One, we weren't really dating, which that shouldn't have happened. But the other one, we were dating, which was my ex. And at first we were both working, but it's like
Working and splitting on rent?
no,
Okay.
like we were working, and he would buy whatever, but I was paying for my rent. I mean, like I get it, it's my apartment, but like I was paying for rent. He was helping with groceries here and there. I would get groceries. And he would like do certain things, but it's like mostly me. And
Mm.
again, I get it's my space, but I would rather get some weight lifted off with more help. And then it came to a point where he didn't work at all. And it was mostly me because, hello, I have to get money to keep my apartment and stuff like that. So I have that experience, and it's like, I'm not a wife. I was just a girlfriend. And even then, it was more stressful because now I have to take care of you, and you're doing all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to pay for all this other stuff. I have to take care of all this other stuff. And he has no dynamic of having an apartment or nothing.
Would you do it again?
Huh?
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay, so you learned. Amen.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it really shouldn't be a thing. Like, it's cool to be able to take care of someone, but
only if you're committed. Like in a committed. I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, because someone watching this could be like, well, men do that all the time with women who stay at home. But it's like, yeah, because she's raising the kids, she's doing housework. And a lot of guys that I talk to who do make money, because I work at a place where people make money, they're like, we're if we have a stay-at-home wife, she deserves half of everything because she's not making any money in what she's doing, raising kids, which society seems to sleep on nowadays, uh, is work and a full-time job. So it's just like if they were to ever get divorced, most of the guys are like, cool, she would deserve half of everything. And I feel like modern times with these new aged men, they think that a stay-at-home person or woman wouldn't deserve half of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
for me, it was like I'm saving up for a house to buy with my man, and let's say I have the down payment, he doesn't, but he has a good job and his finances in order. You know what I'm saying? So if I put the down payment on the house and then he pays the mortgage and we were to get divorced and I wasn't working, would he feel like I don't deserve half of everything? You know what I mean? Like it's like, nah, I put the down payment on this house. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and I feel like those are where you have deep conversations. And I seen this like as a TikTok. I seen a TikTok where it was like, these are questions that you should ask your partner even before moving in
Mm-hmm.
with your partner. And it was just like questions like, how are we going to split certain things, or who's going to take care of this and who's going to take care of that? If we have a child, how is that dynamic going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to have these deep, I'm learning that you have to have very deep conversations with people, because you really don't know that person from a hole in the wall, and
Yeah.
things can change. Because there was like kind of like a question like, if he loses his job, how are we going to work on still having funds to like take care of like groceries or whatever, like, um so I feel like when you have deep conversations to see the dynamic, even when you're just getting to know someone in the beginning, like, you could, well, obviously, if you could see like this is your partner and you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that, you know, then you can have those conversations along the way to still learn your person, learn
Yeah.
their morals and stuff like that. And I say, for someone with the experience of someone living with them, I would much rather now have a man that has his own apartment
Yes.
and stuff like that. So it's not like something like, I don't mind seeing someone every day, but it's like he could go back to his
Yes.
apartment, I could go back to mine, until we establish like, hey, or he says, hey, I want you to move in with me, or we establish like, hey, we both have the money, how about we get a house and start
Yeah.
our lives?
Yeah.
So I think I want the relationship, get engaged, get a home, get married, and have kids.
For me, it's the relationship. Well, obviously meeting the right guy, then the relationship. Get engaged, rent for a year together, get married, buy our home. Because I want to know what it's like living with that person. It's one thing if they're sleeping over, you know, a couple nights in a row and then going home, or they're not really living with you. But I think renting ultimately will determine if that's really like you live together for a year, you rent, you know, if you can do it with that person, if they're, you know, how they are naturally and their habitat is compatible with you, and you know, necessarily maybe it's not compatible, but it's stuff that you both can work on, because I see a lot of videos talk about like treating your partner like a roommate ends a lot of like relationships. So if it's little stuff that bothers you and that could be worked on, I don't think that would be worth ending an engagement. So that year of renting would really, and living together would really, you know, hone in on.
I feel like, because some people meet their person and like they move them in right away, or they'll move
Mm-hmm.
them in within 2 weeks or like a month or whatever. I feel like, yeah, which is, hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos to you. But I feel like with me, maybe like 6 months to a year, and then you move in together, and then you could see like that dynamic
6 months
of
to a year knowing
like
each other in a
dating.
relationship and then move in.
Yeah,
That that's a little
a
too
year or
fast for that's
two.
too fast for me. I think a good 2 years of just dating, then engagement, rent, marriage.
Mm-mm. I'm saying, like, I feel like dating, right?
Like
6 months,
boyfriend, girlfriend.
yeah, 6 months to 2 years. You move in with each other.
In 6 months or 2 years.
Between 6 months to 2 years, dude.
6 months is way too soon. That's some lesbian
You
shit.
learn someone within like 4, don't they say?
No, you fully get to know someone in 3 to 5 years.
Oh well, whatever.
So for me, like the 2.5 mark, around 3, I would be cool if we were engaged, getting engaged, and then renting.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you should live together first. See the dynamic of how it is in terms of living together. Say you live together for like a year, another year or 2.
Uh-huh.
Then you could see like, oh, like, well, he will see like, oh, this is going to be my wife. He gets engaged with you,
Between 6 months to 2 years.
whatever. Okay, 6 months to 4 years, whatever.
That's a crazy time frame.
If you know, you know. Whatever, I
Okay,
guess.
yeah.
If they know, they know. Whenever they want
Yeah.
to, whatever.
If the man knows, he knows.
Yes, whenever he fucking decides. But like, you live together for a while,
Mhm.
then you get engaged. Then that's what I was saying. Like, you get engaged, then you guys could work on getting the house together, and then you have the
You're like
wedding.
the multipleth nth person I've heard say something along these lines, and I'm just so anti that way of moving through like a relationship. Like a guy I work with, he's been with his girlfriend for 6 years, and they're moving in together. I was like, you've been with her for 6 years, like, why are you guys not married? That's crazy to me personally. I would never give 6 years of my life to a man if there wasn't a ring by year 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I gotta live with her for a year, just to make sure. I'm like,
Just to make sure.
like just to make sure.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And then my brother has lived with his girlfriend, and it's just like they got a place together. I'm just like, but you're not engaged. What? Because for me, it's like there's no end game in doing that. If you're moving in with a man before you're committed to that man, you're giving him not only your like personal space, your body, your time and energy, and you don't even know if there's a guarantee. So like for me, it's just like I would never move in with the man if I was not engaged to him at the very least. Because it's like I feel like I'm uprooting what I'm doing, where I live, to go live with someone where there's not necessarily a long term commitment, and that's what I don't like. Because let's say you move in with them and it goes south. Now you've moved all your shit to that place. And then what? You know what I mean? You're stuck in a lease. And I've heard that too. Oh, we're stuck in a lease together. We're stuck living together. I'm like, I hate that for you guys.
Okay, so I kind of see in that dynamic. But
you're still pro living with someone even if you're not engaged. Or moving in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you see the dynamic of you living together, okay, yeah. You can't break a lease that.
Then you're trapped. It's like you're trapped. You know what I mean? Like, or let's like you move in with this guy like you see in the movies, and like he's abusive. Now you're stuck with him for a year unless you can like move back to your parents or something. But that's where I'm like, I'm iffy with the living together before there's some legitimate form of commitment. And yeah, an engagement ring is an engagement ring, but at least it's we're going to get our shit at the courthouse and we're going to get legally married. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's kind of it's different for everyone because there's some people that do get engaged before they move in together. And they move in together, and then the engagement is off. So it's like,
well, that's what I would rather do. I'd rather be engaged with a person I've been with for 2-3 years, live with them, and then have our wedding and buy our house around the same time, like a year later. So just that way, it's like, oh, our lease is coming to an end in 3 months. Our wedding is 2 months from now, and then we're gonna move a month after that into a house that we have already been looking for. I think after 6 months of living with someone, you're going to see how comfortable, like how they move in the house. Are they washing their dishes? Are they picking up their clothes? Do they clean the bathroom when it's dirty? You know what I mean? I don't know what I would think would be a deal breaker living with someone. You know what I mean? Like, do you have any? You've lived with guys before?
Excuse me, sorry. I would say someone that doesn't really help around the house. Like, I've had help. I just don't like necessarily want to remind someone
to do something.
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like hard to tell because like my ex would do things and then there's sometimes he wouldn't do things. So it's
Okay.
just like I
So
don't
you
know.
like a person who's consistent in what they do help out with.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. You know, it's like, don't do the dishes one night and then not do them that same night. I don't know. That's a bad example, but like I get what you're saying. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you do laundry every Sunday and then you don't do laundry for 2 Sundays, it's like, nah,
Yeah.
like, I thought you were doing laundry on Sundays.
Yeah. But that's we also didn't have the conversation. It was
Mm,
just like me being my lover girl self and just saying like, "Oh, you can stay with me," because he had family things going on. So it's just like you could just stay here if you want. And yeah.
okay, I see. Yeah.
So now I don't want that at all. I'm not initiating no one living with me, nothing like that.
I completely agree. I think it is if someone's going to live with you, I think they should be paying half of the rent, especially if it's your place first, you know what I mean? Or like contributing in some way that is saving you money. And I do think they should be working and whatnot.
Absolutely, that's what I learned. Never again will that happen. So
Yeah.
now it's like that transitioned me to like wanting someone that has their own apartment
Mm-hmm.
and like like I said, like I'll go over there if they ask me or whatever. Like I don't even want anybody in my home anymore. That's how bad it is. Like I've had two people live with me, but then I had people come over and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And it's like I'd rather just go to a man.
Yeah, I am very picky with the men that I let come over to where I live. It's been far and few over the years just because I'm big on energy. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know if you've heard, but like I think couples should get a new mattress when they move into a new home together because it's like I've heard that before, like because you have everything you were doing on that bed previously and it's energetically, so it's like you've done X, Y, and Z on that mattress. You don't know what you're now carrying into this new home with you. Like you and your man's bed should just be you and your man's bed. So like I love my bed and my mattress, but I've had it since 2018. So if I'm not moving out of here till 2028, I'm gonna get me a new bed
Oh
with my
yeah,
man. You know what I
everything
mean?
is gonna be brand new in
Yeah.
that apartment, unless it's like very valuable, of course. But yeah, I've been having mine since like 2018 too.
Yeah.
But like, I'm the type of person. I'm pretty sure you do it too. But I like to sage and stuff. I mean, like obviously, it helps, or it doesn't, whatever. But I like to sage my home and clear out any negative energy and stuff like that.
I do. I use selenite because it's like a natural cleanser and clear quartz
Mm.
amplifies. So yeah, I feel you on the cleansing the energy. But that's why I try. I'm selective with the people that I let, at least back there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or even in my house in general, because I've had like some ghetto friends in the past. I went to school in Hartford, so like one time this girl she invited like her dude over and he had two of his friends with him. They were just like they were cool, but like one of them just gave me a weird vibe, and I'm just like, ugh, I would have never invited you over here.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I never had like my friends over. I also have a dog, so it's like he barks at everybody. So I don't
Mm.
really have people in my home for that. But I would say like mostly my family has been in my apartment, and like the two guys that were living there, and then other people that I brought over, and it was really like a lot of people that's been to my apartment. I would say like maybe like one to two other people,
Okay.
but I don't
Yeah.
even like people being in my home.
Yeah, no, I think they bring energy with them, or if you don't like their vibe. I used to kick my ex out all the time. He would get pissed. It's like, you're not going to raise your voice at me in my house, period. You're not going to give me weird energy in my house. Get the fuck out. And he would hate that. It's just like, I don't play that. I'll kick a dude out so fucking quick because it's like, you're not going to talk to me crazy in my fucking room.
Yeah,
Okay.
my ex tried to tell me that when I had an attitude that I need to leave. In my apartment, bro, you don't pay no bills here.
Yeah, that's
Like, fuck are you
wild.
talking about? It's gonna be my decision if I want to leave, not on your accord.
Yeah, I feel you. And I think that's one thing like my parents did instill, at least in me, is like you have to stick up for yourself at the very least because no one's going to stick up for you if you don't. So it's just like in school, like I didn't play, especially once I went to a new school, 6th grade. And now, even now in the work environment, I'm not playing any bullshit. If you come at me crazy, because a lot of people think that you're not going to meet their energy because you appear nice. And then when you do, it humbles them because it's just like you're not, you think I'm this nice person who has no backbone. Oh, I do have a backbone.
Yeah, I told a girl once that sided with a girl that I fought, becoming her friend and all that. She tried to say hi to me. I said, "Fuck you, don't talk to me,"
Mm-hmm.
and just kept walking. Like,
You
now
know,
me and her are cool because I let that shit go. But
yeah.
like things like that, like don't. Or my mom knows, like, don't fuck with my mom because she will call me and I will come whoop anybody's ass. I don't
She's
play
a ride
that.
or die.
Yeah, I don't play none of that. Like, even with myself, like there is some times where I didn't stick up for myself, but as I get older, I'm just like, no, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
Cause
Why? I feel like now if you deal with something or don't stick up for yourself, you literally are compromising your self integrity. And that feels bad. You know what I mean? That
mm,
doesn't feel good. So it's just like, I used to be a people pleaser. I used to, let guys talk to me crazy especially when I was working in a factory or a warehouse. And then one day I decided, I'm not gonna deal with that anymore. And I feel like it was like the most like pivotal like self respect moment ever. It's just like I'm gonna make these men feel just as uncomfortable as they're trying to make me, and it worked. Oh, the way these men like tripped up on their words and just they were like how I am now, lost for words. Like, so it's like just doing stuff like that to like have that assertiveness. I feel like my parents did kind of be like, you need to stick up for yourself and stick up for people who can't stick up for themselves. um so I always feel like I've had like that dominant personality because of them telling me that, and I was big sister and whatnot, but
yeah, a D1 people pleaser. But now I stick up for myself, and I also stick up for my family and stuff like that too. Cause it's like, yeah, I can't be doing that. Cause I think I became a people pleaser because, like, obviously my childhood, but also because, like, I know who I am, and if the worst comes out of me, it's over for you. So I was a people pleaser, but now I just tell people what it is and what it ain't. So
yeah, I think that's definitely like a self-respect thing too. It's
yeah,
like, yo, if you're trying to disrespect me, you got the wrong one.
yeah, because I wasn't afraid of jail. Just saying, I will
Yeah,
smile in my mugshot.
that's wild. That's diabolical. I'm anti-violence, so I'm more of a once I'm done with you, goodbye. You'll not hear from me again, and I'll just leave the person to
Well, it has come to
Okay,
that,
good.
but if it really needs to come down to the other side, yeah.
I'm still not game for the other side.
Listen, I condone violence when it's right, never when
Yo,
it's wrong.
that's wild.
Listen, sometimes violence is helpful in certain aspects of life
For who?
for certain people that have done violent things for the greater good.
To each their own.
Like slavery, that's definitely not worth violence.
You said it's not worth violence?
Yeah, like white people making us become slaves and being violent in that aspect, absolutely not.
Oh.
But like us regaining, yeah, that's valid because there was no reason for you to put us into slavery.
I feel you. I'm Jamaican, so different, parts of the world here, but I hear
Yeah,
you.
but like, or like someone's like, at this day and age, if you're trying to bully me, okay, now I'm gonna punch you
Can you
because what is your
imagine,
problem?
right? At our big old age,
There's people that still do it though.
somebody trying to freaking bully you. That's crazy.
They're
Yeah.
just talking shit, like just going over the top, like really talking crazy. At this point, I'm gonna slap you because why you doing all that?
Yeah. I feel like the dude that I was last seeing, he was kind of a bully. I got domestic violence vibes off of him anyway. So it's like I feel like he was a new age bully though. You never met a bully who tried to bully you, but make it seem like they weren't really bullying you. Yeah, he was like that. Yeah.
And then that's when you deserve to get slapped. Like shit like that. Like, or just people that like, you know, like Karens that overly push. Now at this point, we'll slap you.
Yeah, like if it's in self-defense, of course, like
so
if you absolutely have to resort to violence to defend yourself.
I'm not just saying like go around and start killing people or beating them up for no general. Like you see a person on the street and you're like, he looks punchable. I'm not saying that. Like don't just go punch the guy.
Yeah, he looks punchable.
Like he looks punchable. Let me just get out my car and go punch him. Like no, don't do that. Like if it's justified, do it.
If you have to. But the thing though, like in schools though, like growing up for me, I was so anti that because both of y'all would get suspended for 2 weeks. I'd rather, because I love school, would have rather got my ass whooped than to fight back and get suspended for 2 weeks. So that's where sometimes in defending yourself, you're still gonna reap the consequences of the law or whatever the rules are for, you know, going to violence. Like in domestic violence, there is laws, but now it's like if you stab him in the neck when he was sleeping because he abused you all the time, right? He wasn't attacking you when you did it. You know what I mean? Like that, some of that stuff is really hard to justify in court. It's like he was sleeping and you stab him in the neck.
I smile on my mugshot for that. Hey,
like you're still going to be prosecuted under the law.
Listen, but I stuck up for myself, so I will smile in my mugshot at that point.
Yeah, like it's just certain stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, self-defense, but then it's like there's still the repercussion of doing it.
I'm just like, fuck it. In that aspect, fuck it. Or like, there was a case where she was already in jail, but I guess like this woman, her daughter got raped by like her boyfriend or her dad or something like that. It was like a thing around. I don't remember the lady's name, but I think she had grabbed the police officer's gun and started shooting that guy. She's already locked up. Okay. Well, now she's locked up forever. I think that was old, so she's probably dead now. But like things like that.
Yeah, I mean, have you heard of like the Gypsy Rose Blanchard story?
Yeah, they made a whole movie about her, right?
And he has a lifetime soul, but she was like idolized and kind of like romanticized for murdering her mother.
Romanticized is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she has a baby now, but she has a kid now with a dude. But it's just like it was sensationalized, her killing her mom, and it's just like that's weirdo shit. And a lot of people were outraged by the media attention that she was getting. Just like, yeah, she was a kid, you know. They say the mom has Munchausen's by proxy syndrome, but it's just like,
are you against it?
Her killing her mother?
Yeah.
Yes, I am 100% against it, and the sensationalism that the media has given literally a murder.
But wasn't her mom wrong?
Wrong enough for her to get murdered?
She basically fooled the girl thinking that she was sick, didn't she?
I'm not saying mothers are perfect, but I don't think anyone deserves to get murdered. You think people deserve to get murdered?
I think she deserved to get murdered because she was basically making her sick. She was making her daughter sick.
Again,
almost killing. Wasn't she almost killing that girl?
Everything that the media made media out of was only based off of Gypsy's point of view. The mom was murdered, so it was not. You couldn't hear what the mom had to say. That's the thing. It's always it's only one side of the story. That's how the media portrays it. So it's just like I don't think anyone deserves to lose their life.
Well, I think if her mom was really dead ass making her sick, like if she wasn't lying at all, yeah, she definitely deserved to die. If my mom was doing that, absolutely, I'm killing you.
Yeah, that's wild. I completely disagree. Each their own.
Listen, I'm almost on my deathbed, and I survive. bitch, there's something wrong with you. Either I'm gonna beat your ass to death, or I'm gonna whatever. I don't know, because that's crazy. You're about to kill me for what? I don't even. I barely even know like the story. I really didn't really pay that much into it.
Well, she still had to do, I want to say, over 10 years in prison. So
Yeah, she got out.
She got out whenever she got out, but I don't know. I mean, and if you were younger, she might have been a teenager when she did it, but I don't know if she was 19 or 17 because there was questions around her age and whatnot. But it's still like, yeah, no, if she was a juvenile, I think juveniles should have lesser sentences completely. But I don't. If she was over 18 and she killed her mom, sorry, that's crazy.
Right now, I'm on Gypsy's side. Listen, you basically killing me for whatever. I don't even, what, why was she doing that?
Munchausen by proxy. It's a mental illness.
She had a mental illness, so
Yeah,
she
it's
decided to basically kill her own daughter.
She didn't kill her daughter. Well, she wanted her to always need her. So she would, do things or falsify medical reports to show like, oh, she's sick, so she needs this procedure done, so then she could keep taking care of her.
That's real crazy.
I know, it's very sick. It's very sick. Don't get me wrong. It's a nasty syndrome to have.
She took care of her sickness. I mean, hey, it's crazy because she had a mental illness, but it's even more crazy that you're falsifying reports and like nobody was double checked. Like, come on.
Correct. So yeah, I think the medical system completely failed as well. But again, it's America. I'm not surprised in that regard for that. I think there's a lot of things the mom was doing that should have been caught or questioned, and it wasn't. So it's just like, who's really the fault here, the system or the mom? Both.
Yeah. Well, now, yeah. Still kind of on Gypsy's side. But hey.
I don't dislike Gypsy Rose, like how they portrayed her and even how she talks to the media now. I don't dislike her or anything like that, but I think she does have definitely mental illnesses from that she's...
This girl's basically dying.
She is much alive and healthy now.
Well, no shit.
But it's been better over, decades, but I'm just saying I think like there's stuff there. To each their own.
Well, yeah, she's gonna have mental illnesses now, progressed because of whatever was going on. But as long as she learns from it and heals, and doesn't put that on her child, then kudos to her, I guess.
I guess she did her time.
But listen, there's people that are wrong and need to be dealt with, whether that's beating them up or whatever things that you want to do, I guess. But
yo, I don't know. I would never beat somebody up. I wouldn't.
There's a thrill to the life of beating someone up.
I'm a lover girl. I'm a soft girl.
Well, that has nothing. Okay.
I feel like if you whooping somebody's ass, you living in your masculine.
In terms of with a man? Or beating a girl up too?
Beating a girl? Why are you beating a girl up unless she put her hands on you first? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never fight somebody.
So if someone called your mom a dirty, like going off on your mom, you wouldn't beat them up?
My mom was not there. My mama don't know what's being said about her.
See, I don't know. I would have to defend my mother.
Yeah, no. Then my mom will be all right. What they don't know doesn't hurt. I think my mom would be more proud of me for not beating someone up than beating someone up to defend whatever they had to say about her. That's just how I think about it. I don't think I'd ever beat somebody up.
I think if they take it low bar down to hell and beyond, okay, I'm beating you. Yeah. But if it's something where I could like don't talk about my mom like that, you don't know my mom, blah, blah, I'll probably beat you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In my Aquarius moon, I'm detached.
Well, in my Cancer mind, Cancers are people that
ride or die.
Yeah.
Ride or die over there. That is not I. Nope. Not defending the honor of someone who does not know their honor is being tarnished. As long as it's not by me.
But yeah, no. My mom called me up and was like, "Hey, this little bitch being crazy right now. Probably go beat her up."
Nah, I wouldn't. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
You could still be a lover even if you're a fighter.
Can you though?
Yeah. Trust me, I know. I have the experience.
Nah. I would just never fight somebody. I feel like, especially as an adult.
Okay, right now I wouldn't fight anybody.
I mean, even when I was younger, my mentality was the same. It's like, I'm not fighting anybody. Don't call me if you're fighting nothing. You got the wrong one. And it's not that I'm scared to fight. That's not it. I know if someone would fight me, they would lose. But some of us like pain out here, okay? I'm not scared to a punch in the face. I'm not scared of that. You know what I'm saying? I think a part of me is like, would I stop if I fought somebody and whooped their ass? At what point would I stop? Should I show them mercy? Would I show them mercy?
I think at this age, with everything that I've been through, I'm glad nobody bothers me.
Amen.
Because at this point, whoever bothers me is gonna get all of it. So I'm glad nobody bothers me.
Don't bother, Alyssa.
Do not bother me because it's gonna be over for both of us. To be honest.
Yo, that's wild.
Take the grenade. Yeah. But no, I'm still a lover girl, but I don't know. I think, yeah, the 3 fights I've been in were an experience. Now I'm just like, don't fuck with me because I'm just like that. But nah. What else about my childhood?
I don't know. I feel like my mother was so anti talking about like sex and stuff. Like, so just the curiosity got even more. Like, I started getting curiosity about it around 8, and it was just like she was so it's a Jamaican thing. Like, they don't talk about stuff like that. So the curiosity of wanting to know about it and just not getting answers or shut down when it was brought up, for me, I think maybe that's why I'm so like sexually out there, because it's just like it was so taboo in my household. And it was just like, why? We all do it to make babies. I don't get why it's not something that's not more openly talked about.
Yeah, I feel like, well, for my dynamic, it was different. But I feel like if your child is asking about it, then you have that conversation, like, at a certain age. And then you have the deeper conversation of what to look out for and blah, blah, blah when they're, like, a little bit more older. But in my home dynamic, they had things around, so I saw it early on, heard it early on. Yeah, so I got exposed to it really early, probably like 5.
Damn, that is early.
And then
I feel like I started getting horny around 5.
That's a crazy thing.
Yo, the way you swipe this, boys.
It's an experience. I think it's all because like we all witness certain things when we're at a young age. Like, there's people that I've met that have lustful tendencies at this grown ass age because they got exposed to it really early on and seen things really early on. You know, as kids, they talk about it. We talk about it. We're smart enough to say, "Oh, I see my mom do this," or "My mom has this thing," or whatever. Plus media and stuff like that. So people get exposed to these things, and now they're more sexually active. Whereas I feel like, obviously, back in the times, kids weren't really exposed to it until their parents had the conversations with them. Now it's just in your face.
It's in your face for sure. Do you watch Bridgerton?
Yeah, I did.
first season with the white girl and the black guy, she didn't know anything about it, and she didn't even know like what cum was. But she felt like, like the horniness, and I feel like that's like the curiosity at the same time of the unknown of things in that realm. So it's weird because naturally you're gonna experience it at some point in time. It's like if you don't know what it is or you can't talk about it, it's like, well, now I gotta go figure shit out.
Yeah, and that's what I mean back in the times, like things like that. Like they were able to be curious and be at a certain age to then do it.
Yeah.
Now in this day and age, kids are just gonna get exposed to it unless you're keeping them at home, like private school or something.
Yeah.
Or not private school, but like homeschooling.
Yeah, because it's all over. Kids are gonna talk about that stuff all the time, anyways. At 8 years old, I mean, at 8, you're close to 12, which is basically close to 18. You're basically 18 at 8.
Yeah. Rethink that statement.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, and like kids using social media or like the whole cooking with Kaya thing. I'm a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Listening to these 6 graders sitting here talking about cooking with Kaya and all this other stuff because they're on their phones. They have TikTok. They're seeing all their friends on Instagram, Facebook talking about certain things. Like this whole T-app thing. You probably don't know what T-app is.
You told me about it on Friday.
Okay.
And I think I saw one person on their story that I watched mention it or something like that.
Like, if y'all don't know what the T-app is basically people exposing people and saying bad things about them. I don't use it, but I've seen people talk about it, and it's just like another thing of keeping people still.
I don't like apps like that though, because I feel like it's a nasty culture that it promotes. And now let's say men make one similar to X. Now you're gonna have everyone posting everyone's nudes and shit.
They did. They
on T?
Yeah, so they made the T app, and now they made an app for guys where it's T app her, some T on her,
anti T or something.
No, it's like T on her app or something like that. Yeah, and now all the guys are on that posting girls like.
But their faces though, or are they allowed to post other stuff?
They post their faces and nudes and all that. Yeah.
See, like that's crazy to me. Damn, that's crazy to me. That's why, ladies, no face, no case.
And it's like people at their grown age of 20 and up are doing this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bro, what? I thought we were grown. Why are we doing this? Like, literally, I seen a post, like, on someone screenshotted and posted it on, like, Facebook. And it said, like, they posted the guy and it was like, oh, is anybody having sex with him? Because I want to have sex with him. Or someone saying, oh, he has a little penis and stuff like that. Like, why are we doing that? Like,
yeah, I don't like that culture. It's weird. It's disgusting. It's like people need to move on from the past. That's why we heal, right? Like, okay, someone might have wronged you or what you perceived wrong from, whenever you were last dealing with them. But it's just like, for me now, at my big grown age, my first thought is forgiveness so I can move on. Because why am I going to hold on to however they treated me from the past? It's like, okay, let me now take that and not let myself get treated like that again. Why would I go post on an app? Oh, this person stood me up 5 times, or whatever they're saying. Like, that's just move on.
Because now you're gonna look like the joke anyway, too.
Yeah, it's like
just as much as he is.
Like, it's just like it's an app where people are really hurt for whatever they perceive someone wrong.
Yeah, and then there's people that are like, oh, I'm curious at 28. Like, why are you curious about what other people are doing? Just keep worrying about you. Like,
yeah.
So this whole thing is just like one of my friends, I guess, they got posted on it and they posted about it, and people like contact and everything like that.
They put their contact number and everything?
I don't know about the contact.
Oh, I'm like, dang.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, people are just like, oh, do you know that you're on there, and blah, blah, blah. Like, if you post me on there, whatever. I'm fucking 26. Like, yeah, I sent that nude out. Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm fucking grown. Why do you care?
That's wild. That is very wild.
I actually had that happen to me. I took nudes and someone posted on Twitter.
Oh, you got exposed before? Dang. Girl, you've been through it.
Yeah,
Put through the ringer.
they exposed me. Honestly, okay, I did it. Just like everybody else that are doing it. Probably the same people that exposed me are doing it. Like,
I hate that though. Like I really hate that for girls. I know a couple girls who've gotten exposed over the years. When we were younger, I don't see that anymore at all at our grown age. But it's just like I think that's like disgusting on the men's end, and it's just like, why would you do that? That's what I'm like. What in your brain? Like, how did she hurt you to the point where you think that that's okay to do? Like, to me, that's mad disrespectful, and only bad karma's coming your way if you do something like that to somebody. That's never happened to me. You don't know how, but it's never happened. So,
well, a lot of people hate you at points in life, and I guess they really hated me, so they exposed me. But honestly, I didn't really give a shit. Like,
it is what it is. You know, I'm always big on if your face is not in it, plausible deniability. It's not me.
yeah, because they could say it's me, but you
But
don't. But the thing is, too, my nudes I send aren't always mine.
what?
Yeah, I have Googled things that made it look like mine
Okay,
and
got you.
sent it to people.
That's wild. I've also never heard that before. So,
Yeah,
learn something new.
yeah, because sometimes like I don't trust people. So little do you know that thing that you exposed probably really wasn't me. Like, so yeah, I've done that. Especially like, you know, it's like a thing where like guys like they want these things and you're not really attracted to them, or like you don't really trust them. So
I don't know. I guess
yeah, Google
I'm
search.
probably too trusting of a person now that I've healed. So I never think like worst case scenario. I'm just like, we're adults. We should all be on the same page when it comes to photo sending. Keep them to yourself. And also, I try to mess with people who don't run in the same circles as me. So it's just like, worst case scenario, it ended up somewhere. I don't think anyone would ever see it that I know. You know what I mean?
But sometimes even if you do have that trust in someone, they play you like a fool.
I don't think I ever regret sending photos when I became an adult. When I was younger, questionable.
I think I regretted it in terms of like how they reacted to it.
Mm.
But other than that, it's like, yeah, I fucking sent it. Okay. Unless it's like a Google image. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, yeah, I don't know. My secret is out.
It's okay.
Hey, whatever.
It is what it is.
But yeah, yeah, I've been through a lot as a child. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
It sounds like it.
Traumatic lifestyle. Still traumatic
Yeah.
at 26. Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I've experienced anything like crazy compared to other people. So I've experienced stuff, but not like of a certain magnitude that, you know, one would need lots of healing from. Like a lifetime of healing from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am unfortunately, I don't really talk about it, but I mean, I told you prior, so pretty much got essayed or whatever. So I feel like that's another experience within my childhood as a teenager, like bringing that into my relationships. And like I was telling you, like I didn't really sit down and like think about it until
Mm-hmm.
now that I actually got essayed. So, and I know some people like I've seen a post recently where it's like even people that realize it after years are
Mm-hmm.
still valid of being like a essayed survivor, I guess. So,
Yeah, because
uh,
sometimes if you're young and you don't know what's going on, like, one, you don't even have the tools to process said situation until you're an adult. And you're like, wow, that was not okay.
yeah. So now, and I've even learning from like what 22, 23, I've learned the thing of like, you know, celibacy, abstinence. I call it abstinence because actually learning more. Celibacy is like when you're trying to get married, I guess,
Yeah,
and
it's for
you save
religious
yourself.
purposes. Yeah.
But abstinence is more so like for yourself, basically. Some people say abstinence is like you could still DJ or whatever. You don't really have to wait until marriage. It's not really a religious thing. Um, so I'm abstinent, and I feel like it's a good practice because it helps you drain the energies that you dealt with, like we talked about in previous episodes, and like just clearing out energy and figuring yourself out instead of constantly having sex with people.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
Energy transference is a real thing.
And at this point, it's like I'd rather just wait till my man comes. Not even for like a religious purpose. Just like I'm tired of wasting my good sexual energy on people that do not really deserve it.
I feel you. I don't know if I ever regretted a body,
Oh, I regret them.
but like some of them definitely were not worth catching for sure.
Absolutely not.
And dudes be carrying bad energy for real and not realizing it. And then when you start acting off, they're like, "Ew, you're the problem." It's like, no, 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 no. You're the problem. Because I feel like if you know you have good energy, you have good energy. So
And men need to practice abstinence or celibacy.
I feel like guys too who were, abused in the SA type of way as a child as well are they're different when it comes to their manlyhood as an adult now. I think they're more scared to explore their sexuality and they're more judgmental of men who do. Or like, they'll be the first one to say if you slap their ass that that's gay, don't touch them like that, or not all of them. I'm just saying some of them who have experienced that in their past. I think it definitely affects how they show up with a woman now as an adult. Unfortunately, if they don't get therapy, a lot of them don't talk about it, but a lot of men, especially of color, have experienced it. So it's just like there definitely needs to be some like collective healing.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I seen a video about that last night.
Really?
Where, well, basically, like, especially kids that were young
Mm-hmm.
and, like, they've had sex with an older woman.
Older women.
Yeah. They don't necessarily heal from that, or, like,
They
they
don't.
basically get praised by other guys because of that, and it's, like, honestly, really not okay.
It's a sick
Like,
culture. It's sick.
yeah, and, like, they could be like what 15 and then having sex with a 20-year-old woman. Like,
Yes, I think that's disgusting. And I think those kids who experience that are the boys you see now or the men you see now who like only older women. Like only older women. They don't want anyone around their age or anything like that. Me, I just naturally liked older men when I was younger. Probably because I viewed them as more established or more able to provide versus the boys I was going to school with. You know what I mean? But now that I've gotten older, I like a guy around my age, or within, 6, 7 years. Because now it's like, if I'm 25 and they're 40, what are they doing with a 25-year-old? Why don't they have a woman their age? Or why don't women their age want them? So I see a lot of guys with older women who have mommy issues or some sort of trauma from their past that is unhealed.
we gotta heal our trauma, guys, even if it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Still gotta heal from a lot of those things that are going on.
Yeah, our childhood is very relevant to how we are as adults, who we become, and our relationships that we hold.
100%. So, and a lot of people just decide to just live their life, and yeah, live your life, but sometimes it does hit you after a while, like really bad. And like, I had a conversation with my mom, and I was basically telling her like, oh, like I don't feel like as proud of myself because I feel like I still have generational curses I need to break. And she's like, girl, you already broke all of them. Now you just need to generate generational wealth. And I was looking at her, and she was like breaking it down, and I was like, you know what, you're right, because I definitely surpassed. Like, she had me when she was like 20, but like I'm 26. I already surpassed her not having a kid, even though I don't feel like that's
A flex.
yeah, like
My mom had 3 by the time she was my age.
yeah.
I
So
wish I had 2 right now. So
yeah, so I don't really degrade her for that, but like I'm the first person to go to college. None of them did, even though my mom graduated high school. I think my dad graduated high school too, or he got his GED, but I've never been to jail. My dad's been to jail. Like there's little things that I've surpassed,
mm-hmm.
but I just feel like when I say generational curses too, I don't just say like within my parents or my grandparents, like generational curses with ancestral. And I don't know personally what those are
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really know my ancestry. That's why I wish I could learn it. And like I asked my dad recently, like, oh, what tribe are we from? And he had told me from what he remembers from asking my grandfather is like we're in the Cherokee tribe. He just doesn't know like what specifically. Like I want to learn those things so I could see like or try to find some more information on what they dealt with
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then still break those things. But again, I want to more create more generational wealth. Like there's some things that I wish I didn't do or did finish so I wouldn't have like the debts that I need to pay. But I also think that's another reason why I haven't found my divine partner yet
Mm.
because there's some things that I do need to take care of
Okay.
to generate
What you're hoping
what I've
will
been
accomplish.
manifesting. Yeah.
Yes. No, I feel that. I feel that. I always wonder about my ancestors too, because my grandma loves crystals, plants, nature. She's a great grower. My mom also is. My dad is. So that's 2 different families with those similar traits. And here I am. I love all those things too, and I'm good at it. So I feel like my family on both sides had to have been good at cultivating land, being in touch with their spiritual self, energy, and stuff like that. And I just like wonder what the women from 100 years ago before me were like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they wouldn't have liked me. I don't know, but I think they would have.
Maybe they would have liked me. It's crazy. I mean, for me, again, I don't really know my genuine purpose. I feel like once I be able to find my ancestry and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll know. Like, I know for sure that I'm supposed to be a creative person. 100%. So I'm pretty sure they were like creative people in whatever aspect of
Mm-hmm.
creativity they picked up on my spiritual journey. Because again, I've always questioned like religion, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew like that's something that I don't fall in, but I know like coming back to like the roots is what is for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's within my ancestry. And like I don't know, certain other aspects of my life, but I also want to know why the hell am I dealing with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to learn more about that.
I feel you. Yeah. I just now with breaking the curses of our families is like when we have kids, we gotta do shit a little differently.
I'm hoping my divine counterpart is working on those things too.
I do too. I think we all hope that for the man that we're not with yet is, doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Or even like learning from him. I don't mind learning. I would want someone that's knowledgeable in certain things to provide that knowledge to me or help me in certain aspects, like especially like some of my friends that I watch, like I don't really know much about financial literacy and stuff like that, but I see my friends post certain things and stuff like that, so it piques my interest into learning so I could better myself and
Mm-hmm.
take care of certain things and learn about certain banks because yeah, the system kind of betrays us, but we could also use things to our advantage. So I want to learn how to use those tools.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you. Yeah. Anything else?
No, but did you write anything else that you want to talk about?
Mm,
You
I
think
think
we
we
haven't
touched
touched on?
touched. I think we touched on everything that I had written down. Uh, both of my parents ended up working after 2013, so like they didn't really show up to my sports games or anything like that. But me being me, it's not something that I really needed and support from my parents in that way. But then I had like a best friend, and her parents were at every single one of our games or sports events. I'm just like, for me, realistically, that would never work with my kids in the future, because it's like they have to understand, if mommy and daddy has to work, we're not going to go to your game, and you do your thing, because you're gonna have to do stuff in your life by yourself. You know what I mean?
I think I think when I was in ROTC,
You did ROTC. I love that for
yeah,
you.
I did that.
Me too.
Only freshman year.
Oh,
And only did one what's it called? ROTC, like,
JROTC.
yeah, but like the competition thing.
Oh, okay.
I only did that once. I think my mom and my brother came.
Hmm.
But like, my mom was there for when I graduated, stuff like that. But like for sports,
Yeah, they came to my graduation.
yeah.
But like sporting,
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, because I did cheer, I did track, I did softball. She didn't come to
Yeah.
none of those.
So I mean, support wise, I think in the future with my kids, I'm sorry, I don't have 2 hours to watch you be up to bat once every 30 minutes.
I mean, if I'm a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah, that's one thing. But if
then
I'm
yeah.
working,
But I'm not gonna be a soccer mom.
me neither.
Nah. Like I would want my kids to do sports, but if I have the means to show up, okay. But if I don't, like you said,
They'll be all right. So
they'll be all right. I mean, I was all right. I didn't really.
I had like support on there from like your parents, or how you would do support differently, or if you felt supported by them, or if they were emotionally available. I don't think mine really were. And I would run my household similar to how my parents ran theirs when I was a kid, with discipline and structure, because I do believe kids need that to be productive in their adult lives.
In terms of support, I've had my mother's support at times, and other times I felt like she wasn't supporting me.
Yeah.
When I said certain things.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, like I've mostly had more of her support as I got older, but like she did bully me at a point to make me get my grades up. And I feel like that wasn't really supportive of how she went about it.
Mm.
Obviously, my grades did go up just because I wanted to like prove her wrong.
Mm.
But I want my children to not feel like they have to prove me wrong and not obsess about making me proud.
Yeah, I was big on proving my mother wrong for sure.
I was big on proving my dad wrong.
Mm.
I already did all that. But I just want to work on making my younger self, my younger child self and my teenage self proud for everything that we dreamed of that I did achieve as a grown adult.
They say that the young you would be super proud of who you are now as an adult. Like, who you are now is exactly who you as a child would have needed.
Yeah, I hear that and I read that, and something in me is like, to a point, yes, but also to a point, hell no.
I think young me would have been very proud and look up to who I am now.
I think young me is proud of certain aspects, but she knows that there's still more that I need to work on.
Okay.
Hey, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't want my kids to feel like they have to, like, yeah, they'll make me proud of certain things that they do. But again, if I'm providing them with certain things, but like I teach them like certain things in that aspect, okay, I'll be proud of them because they achieved that goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want them to feel like obligated. Like, it's not a requirement, it's not an obligation. You do it, you do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really had support from my dad until like now. Like, he supports me, but when I was a kid,
no,
it was a lot of, oh, why do I need to do this? Why do you want this? Why aren't you doing this? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's unhealed. That's an unhealed man right there.
Yeah, even like when I was going to college, it was like he didn't even want to help. So I mean, he did help, but it didn't seem like he wanted to. So there's that dynamic. But like other than that, I want to be able to support my children and be. I want them to be able to come up to me with certain things and not feel like scared of me or scared to ask certain questions or not tell me
Yeah.
things.
I
Because
think every parent wants, any healed parent wants that with their kids.
yeah, I would just want to be able to create that safe space for them. I know they say like your kid reaps what you sow as they get older when you have a child. So hopefully you don't do certain things that I did 10 times worse, but
I think my kids are gonna be really cool. I could be delusional, but I think they're gonna be cool.
as long as I have a good partner and I become fully healed at the time of said having kids, my kids will be phenomenal.
Amen.
But for right now, nah. I do want to have a child or two, but
or 3 or 6.
1 to 2 for me. But I know right now there's still things, like I said, that I need to work on and heal a little bit more, and then again work on physically, and then I'll be set. But until then, I'm just chilling.
Yep.
Until my divine partner comes. But that's probably why they haven't came yet either. Because there's things that I need to fix. Now that I think about it.
Everyone's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you for watching.
And tuning in as usual. Yeah. Good night. That's live. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. But see y'all next time in our next episode.
Bye.